हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. Om salutations to Sri Hari Narayana. Om Bhutadaye namah. Om salutations to the source of great elements. Bhutadaha Adihi. The Supreme Self is the source and is the creator of the great elements. Who created this air? Who created this water, fire, earth, space, these planets, these stars? Who created all this? Who created the ether, ego, intellect and the mind? They are subject to change from place to place. Whatever has manifested, whatever has come on earth, they are all subjected to change from time to time. They have a beginning and an end, and they are the components of all the bodies and are created in the universe by the Supreme Self, Sri Hari Narayana. He is the great source. He is the Adimulam. Bhumi Rapo Anlo Vayuhu Khammano Buddhirevacha Ahankara Iti Yamme Bhinna Prakritirashtada Apreyam Itastat Anyam Prakriti Vidyame Param Jivabhutam Mahabhavo Yedam Dharyate Jagat. Now there are two portions in this, two parts. One is the lower, another the higher. What is lower? Whatever has got a beginning and an end, whatever undergoes changes with the time, is the lower. Whatever is avyayam, whatever is imperishable, whatever is unchanging, that is higher. Whatever is lower, what is lower is bhumi, bhumihi, that is the great elements. Air, water, fire, earth, space, planets, stars, all these are subject to change. And the unchanging are the Satchitananda, the truth consciousness bliss, the energy, and which supports the entire universe, is the unchanging, that is the superior. So this is the inferior Prakriti nature, O mighty armed Arjuna. Know you as different from it. Higher Prakriti, the very life element by which this world is upheld. The Atma, the Paramatma, is greater than both the inferior and the superior. He is the creator, he is the ordainer, he is the source, he is greater than all. Etad yonini bhutani sarvani iti upadharya aham krishnasya jagatah prabhavah pralayastataha. I know that these two natures are the womb of all beings. So this inferior and superior, they are the source, they are the building elements. From these all bodies, all beings, the birds that fly in the air, the animals that live on the land, and the creatures that live underwater, they are all created. They all are made out of these five great elements only, and then they are activated, energized, made living beings by the higher nature of the Supreme Spirit, Sri Hari Narayana. That is the vital force, the prana and the prajna and the ananda, which they enjoy having been born. So I am the source and dissolution of the whole universe. Next is Om Nidaye Avyayaya Namaha. Om salutations to the inexhaustible source of all beings. Now, all these are expendable. All these undergo changes. All these are created again and again. But the Creator is immutable. He is imperishable. He is eternal. The Supreme Self is a changeless and indestructible being in whom the whole universe becomes merged in the seminal condition at the time of dissolution of the universe. The universe is a huge refrigerator at the absolute zero, at which all the things are preserved without any change. The supreme intelligence and memory are stored in the unmanifest and take form again and again at the beginning of the kalpa. All things which were non-existent in the beginning are born, take form, grow, transform, decay, die and disappear again and again. They appear again in some other name and form. The soul, the son resembles and represents the father, and so is the daughter, emulating the father and the mother. All the traits are preserved in nature and express themselves at right place and at right times, guided and controlled by the higher intelligence of the Supreme Self. This Supreme Intelligence is the higher nature of the Supreme Self. The mango seed gives a mango tree. The eagle egg grows up to hatches and becomes an eagle. So all the animals are repeat again and again by their progeny, and this creative intelligence is embedded in every cell, in every gene, and in every element of every created in every being that takes birth. So they are imperishable. They continue from generation to generation. परस्तात् तस्मात् भावो अन्यो अव्यक्तो व्यक्त सनातनः यः स सर्वेषु भूतेषु नास्यास्तु न विनश्यते. But verily there exists higher than this unmanifested another unmanifested eternal, which is not destroyed when all beings are destroyed. This is the Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, 20th shloka. When all things go away, still the source remains, the creative source remains, the creative energy remains, the creative process remains. The whole world is gone at the end of the kalpa. Any amount of atomic and hydrogens are exploded and all things disappear. Again the atmosphere gets normalized, regularized, and the creation starts, and the process of birth, living and death of the things that are born continues eternally. Nobody can change the supreme order and divine process of Sri Hari Narayana, the Supreme Lord. Om Sambhavaya Namaha. Om, salutations to the one who takes birth on his own will. Now, we all take birth out of compulsion. We are driven to action. We are driven to do something because we cannot keep quiet, because the urge is there, the incomplete desires are there that prompts us to do something. But the Sri Hari Narayana, he does everything on his own free will. Nobody can compel him, nothing compels him. He is absolutely total pure consciousness, always at enjoying the total bliss, and always emanate the all the things, they function on their own. The Supreme Self takes birth on his own will to establish order and righteousness from time to time. Such incarnations are several, such as Sri Krishna, who taught supreme wisdom and knowledge through the Bhagavad Gita. He sends forth seers and saints like Muhammad, Jesus Christ, Sri Ramakrishna, and many persons of divine powers from time to time who preach in different languages for different regions according to their own situations, for their own regions and for their own situations. But the supreme truth declared by all, that God is omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient, is the same message that they all sent it. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dukridam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. For the protection of the good, for the destruction of the wicked, and for the establishment of the righteousness. I am born in every age. From time to time, some geniuses like Einstein and Newton evolve and take birth to uncover the mysteries of the universe. It is the supreme intelligence and supreme consciousness functioning at different levels, guided by the supreme order. All great things happen to an individual's life. They are not planned and implemented. Nature has a mysterious way of making the dull genius, of making the obscure famous, and covers the most ferocious. Yatra vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha. It cannot be explained. The glory and the methodology of the working of Sri Hari Narayana, the Supreme Lord, nobody can predict. Om Bhutadaye namah. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Tat Sat Om Tat Brahma Om Tat Vayu Om Tat Atma. Paramam Pavitram Paramam Nidanam Nidhye Vishveshwara Vishwarupam. Now we will come to Om Bhutadaye Namaha. Om salutations to the creator of bhavas, that is own nature. We all have our own nature as per our desires. Our deep desire is our nature. Even this deep desire is hidden very deep, and we are not aware of this desire. According to this desire only, the Supreme Self has created this body with special facilities to satisfy the desires. It is necessary to know one's own hidden desire and put them in the open to examine their relevance, since desires exist only due to ignorance. This desire is the cause of transmigration of the soul from different bodies with different forms, taking different forms and performing different functions at different times. All few desires are futile. Why? Because suppose when we are 25 years and we have certain desires according to that age and this situation and the life experience we undergo at that time. Now to satisfy that desire, we start working in the direction of that fulfilling of that desire, and it may take time, some 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and by that time we will have changed, and the desired object will have changed, and our capacity and our intention, our desire to experience the desired object will have changed, because the desired object we get after 25 years is not the same what we desired. So the desire ever remains unfulfilled. So all desires are meaningless, because the desires are only projection of our mental image. Our mental image is our desire, and which undergoes change and which will never be fulfilled. The whole nature functions according to its nature. It is the nature that acts. There is no being on earth or heaven which is beyond its nature. Even gods have their own nature. The god of fire, Agni, has his nature is to burn. The god of air, that is Vayu, his nature is to flow and maintain the pressure in all directions, and to carry the waves, sound waves, the fragrance and all that. The water, its nature is to flow from higher level to lower level, and all the elements have their own nature. So these are the bhavanas of those elements. And also every person has got his own nature. Some person's nature is very aggressive, some are timid, some are weak, some are extremely calculative, all different natures. Sattvam, Rajastam iti gunaha prakriti sambhavaha niti nibadnani mahabaho dehe dehinam avyayam. Purity, that is sattva, passion, that is rajasic, and inertia, that is the tamasic. These qualities, O Arjuna, are born of nature, bind fast in the body, the embodied, the indestructible. Now the embodied and the indestructible is our soul, which is the spark of the divine, which has become a prisoner in the body because of its own desire and ignorance, and thinks itself as the body and tries to glorify the body. But the body has got its own nature of the gunas. Everything that has come on this universe has got the gunas, the qualities. The qualities are 5 qualities of sight, sound, taste, smell and touch. All these 5 qualities are not exempt from any object that has manifested. So there is nothing more than to the any object than these 5 qualities that are experienced by the 5 organs, that is Panchendriyas, and which are the means for our soul. These bhavas are created by the Supreme Self, which drives the mind to function towards the goal of desire to which the soul is attached. This desire is the cosmic illusion, the Maya, which covers the individual soul from its true nature. The soul is ever hidden. The soul never comes into to the experience of anybody. It is only the body. Body is the manifest form of the soul. The body itself is the real exhibition of the soul, which is the spark of which is not seen, felt, touched, or by anything. If the soul is to be honored, it is the body that is honored. If the soul is to be denigrated, it is the body that is abused. But the soul is hidden and is the experience. It is the anubhavi. It is because it is only the soul which is provided with pure consciousness and the experience and the ability to experience all the sensations. Our body organs are only the tools or the carriers of these sensations. Hari Om Tat Sat. Next is Om Bhutadaye namah. Om salutations to the Supreme Supporter. Now the Supreme Lord has created all these beings, the birds that fly in the air, the animals that, the fish and the shark that live in the water, aquatic animals, the animals and the human beings that live on earth, on the surface. Who provides them? Who supports them? What is their means of sustenance? How do they live? Now the Supreme Self has devised everything to the minutest extent with supreme creative intelligence. He is the supporter. The Supreme Self is the supporter of this universe. This universe does not exist without the supreme order that is ordained by the Supreme Self. The timely rising of the sun, the arrival of the seasons, the growth of food, and the support of the entire creation by adequate and sustained energy, giving bliss at every level, is the cause of this universe. The temperature is maintained at certain optimum level for the body to enjoy the temperature. So is the pressure, and so is the humidity. Everything is so perfect, and all these are maintained by the supreme creative intelligence of Sri Hari Narayana. The Supreme Self is the support at all levels. He supports the body by the vital force. He supports the vital force by air, water and food. He supports the air, water and fire by being the essence of the vital force. He supports the earth for food. He supports the intelligence and the bliss as their essence. The whole universe is a reflection of the supreme energy, consciousness and bliss. Upadrashta manumanta cha bharta bhokta maheshwaraha paramatmeti chapi yukto dehismin purushah paraha. The Supreme Soul in this body is also called the spectator. this permitter, the supporter, the enjoyer, and the great Lord of the Supreme Self, a spark of the Supreme Self, just like a spark of the blazing fire, and just like a ray of the bright sun. This is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 22nd shloka. Sarvendriyani gunabhyasa, sarvendriya vivarjitam, asaktam sarva vrucheva, nirgunaha guna bhoktrucha. But shining by the functions of all the senses, yet without the senses, unattached, yet supporting all devoid of qualities, yet their experiencer. The soul experiences the qualities of nature. It experiences the heat of fire, it experiences the pressure of air, and it experiences the taste of the food and the liquid, and it experiences the touch of all things that come in contact with. He is the experiencer, and the body, organs, are the conveyors. They are the Anjaneya, the conveyors of the messages from this point of contact to the brain center, and brain center is activated and energized by the Supreme, by the soul, by self, the immutable spectator, and the great Lord and the Supreme, the spark of divine self. Now this is the great, most famous, very sacred Shivbal Yogi ashram. He was a yogi, and his samadhi is established here, and devotees from all over the world come and visit this holy place and get blessed. Next is Om Prabhavaye Namaha. Om salutations to the source. The Supreme Self is the source from where all the great elements are evolved. He is the creator of all this nature. He is the source of the individual soul as well as the prana, the vital force, one from whom all things evolve, and is the Prabhu, the Lord and the Master. What we all we see and live under is only the brightness of the sun. What all we experience is only the reflection of the brightness of the Supreme Self. The source is far and far away. The brightness is an eternal part of that Supreme Source. The whole brightness is Supreme Consciousness. This is Brahman. Chit iti Brahman. Prajnanam Brahma. Prajnanam Ganam. Antar Pragyam Bahir Pragyam 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 Evacha. So all this consciousness is inside, outside, pervading everywhere, supporting everywhere, and the cause of the existence as also the cause of experience. Everything that is seen, smelled, tasted, heard and experienced has a beginning and an end. It is here at some time and gone afterwards. The objects of the world do not have real existence. Their manifestation is always bound by the time and space. In this context, Shankaracharya declared, this world is an illusion. It is only the Supreme Consciousness, which is timeless and all-pervading, that is the truth and that is the Brahman. Whatever has born has death. Maranasya jatasya maranam dhruvam. So, the death is definite for the one who is born. And whatever has come on this earth will go. That is the Supreme Order. And the Supreme Lord has no reason to break the law he has enforced and he has commanded. Hari Om Tat Sat. Next is Om Prabhave Namaha.